Hello and welcome everyone to this week's COT review. I'm Thomas from COTbase.com. Today we're going to have a look at the 45th COT report in 2014, and as usual we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions, so here we go. As you can see, we've got NASDAQ on top of the list with a 27% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size over here. It is of course a bearish change signal, indicating that prices may drop a little bit next week. But let's open the 5 years chart and see how extreme this market is currently. And as you can see, it is really not at an extreme, getting closer to a bearish extreme, as you can see. For instance, over here, this was the last major bearish extreme on this 5 years chart. So we're not there yet, basically meaning that this rally can excuse me, continue a bit more. Moving on to S&P 500, here we go. We've got a 17% change over there in commercials positions. If you look at the chart, it's visible over here. Nothing major. Of course, it's also a bearish change signal, and we can also state that large speculators have gone back into net long positions. Again, opening the 5 years chart, let's see how extreme this market is, and you may conclude that basically very similarly to the S&P 500, we're not at an extreme, but closer to the bearish side of the market. Feeder cattle or next market, 16% over there in commercials positions. Here we go. It's difficult to see, but the changes over here, a bit larger than average, but nothing unusual. Of course, it is a bearish change size. Looking at the 5 years chart, we can see the extreme. Again, similarly to the NASDAQ and S&P 500, there's not a significant extreme to talk about, even though prices have rallied significantly. The last major extreme was a bullish one. A wonderful bullish extreme, actually, if you look at the chart back here in mid 2013 or early 2013, starting this rally. So anybody who took that as a signal has probably made some pretty decent returns on that trade. Moving on to large speculator COT Extreme, arriving to the orange juice with a 579 report extreme in large speculators and 584 report extreme in commercials. Now, we talked about orange juice last week, and as you can see, last week's prices was going higher, so we may have reached a bottom over here. Of course, it's difficult to tell, but one thing's unquestionable is the size of this extreme. It's unquestionably large, and if you look at the chart, a lot of times in the past, these COT extreme signals were pretty effective in orange juice. So I believe that it should follow this path, and we should see higher prices in the near future. Natural gas, our next market, with a 183 report extreme in large speculators, and now it's visible. It is, of course, a bullish COT extreme. And as you may see, we had a pretty nice reaction from price in the last 3 weeks, but last week was concerning. Actually, we see a significant drop in prices, but that doesn't mean, or it doesn't take the effect away. We have this bullish extreme in the market. This, of course, may widen even more. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of price decline followed with a widening extreme in the market, and then reaching to a point in time when we really get to the bottom, and from then we would see a significant rally develop. Soybean meal, our last market for the review, with a 122 report extreme in large speculators. Let's open the 5 years chart. Here we go. And you can see that we are getting closer and closer to a bearish COT extreme. We had some relative bullish ones, actually. Nothing too large. The last one a major all-time or close to all-time COT Extreme happened back in 2011. That you can see over here. Since then, we could only view relative extremes. But now we're getting closer and closer to significant bearish levels. That's something we should have our eyes on in the upcoming few weeks or even month. Okay, that's going to be all for this review. If you would like to have a look at the COT charts, you can do so at our COT charts page. If you would like to have a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis, then this is the page you should be looking at. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.